Guys, welcome back to our Gameplay Griffin here. And today for you guys, I will be doing a video on the latest trial in Global, which is the Breaking Briars trial. So, it's probably the hardest trial in Global if you don't have the right units, but it can be done. It's some older units, so you don't need Mysterio, Haley, or even Yami to complete this trial. Just make sure you have all these buffs so you can survive well. Alright, so I'm gonna show you this is what I'm gonna use for the Breaking Briars trial. Just grab no one says stars. So grab it, grab this and go in. The extra by the way. Alright. So before we begin, let's put some spheres onto the Alright. I'm gonna try to clear this with only one squad. It is possible, guys. So I'm going to use Garden Silver Stars here. The first one. The second squad, let's use a Liberated Friend. Third squad, let's use... Or actually, let's use... let's use a Seto Friend and a Liberated Friend for the third squad. Alright. Alright, let's change the Credence Food. Let's change it to this one. Fickle Scruddins. Yep. Alright. So here's my squad. Brothers, my leader, Garden Shield, Silver, and Shield War. Dragon equals 1000 Airborne Aegis. Charlie Guardian Light Fast Sword. Only with plus 1000 buffer duo. Crowns with Sacred Crystal and Drabas. And a 7-star Brother's Friend. The issue on the middle there. And here are the items I will be using. Let's draw 1 revive, 2 tonics, 2 Fujin potions, 2 crimson juice, and 2 revive rights. Second squad. Buttons. Samira. Selena. Syria. Owen. Well, you can use Ultra or other attack buffers, like Arc if you don't have Owen. Maybe Paris. And Seto Friend. Third squad. Carl. Lucius. Bulk. Elimo. Lina. And the Bird Friend. Alright, so let's judge. So the first battle is really easy. Just make sure to use UBB when it's about to use UBB to avoid any RNG. Yeah, more casualty. So just attack using Groudon's attack all units in this turn. And you can use all SPB and BB in this turn, so yeah. So alright to use SPB here. I might be doing this trial. I mean, so I'll be dividing this trial into 3 videos, possibly, or just 2. It depends how. It depends on how long I'll be able to create this trial. So. So 70%, so that's around that HP. You'll somewhat do a run. So don't release CBB after 5 turns, but you can survive the normal negation. So yeah, so this is all about this way now. Alright, so let me explain the roles of my units in this trial. So Robin here is for the DOT, and buff since you will need Ragnas to DOT in order to cut buff to deal continuous damage attack runs on the final round. Since they are really tanky, so if you can't do DOT and normal hit count, it's gonna take you pretty long to beat them. Charla here is for the burst healer, HOT, and BB gauge really. Also for the spot damage, crit damage, and then her SVB. But you'll also use her BB in this trial, since Owen in the final round inflicts DOT. And if you don't have DOT, you will surely lose this trial. Since Owen inflicts massive DOT with his UBB of 50%, and Guns and Owen are about to do their combination ultimate attack. You must use Charles UBB there to give your squad full heal each turn, full HP regen. Yep, but without the full HP regen, your units will easily die from Owen's massive DOT on his ultimate attack at 50%. Alright, so Duan will come out this turn, the turn after. So just use one, just be Bony. And Laverne here is for the medication on their skill. So you will need his 20% medication on their skill to survive this trial. And also defense buff on SVB. BB. And BB gauge on attack buff. Since Gravitons does a BB gauge drain on the second round and the third round. So with this SVB, BB will be able to survive this BB gauge drain attacks. Alright, so let's just try this SVB here. So Duran will come out this turn. Yep, 30%. So Owen will tell Duran to overdrive. His HP reach about 40%, 50%, yeah. So just make sure to have mitigation every turn. So there's a buff for every attack. And yeah, don't use any items in this round because you're really in the final round. If need be, but yeah. So just for now, just flick. Just spamming SPs into him. And Boney is here for its side assailments and BB attack. The Boney is really essential here and useful since he can inflict. She can inflict all side space, including sickness, which he will need in the third battle and the second battle. When the Guardian is about to pull 0 the second turn of the second battle, you must use moment as BB to inflict sick to cancel it. So yeah. So if you haven't got Boney, you can use Kafka, Stereo, or Drevis, even Samira. Hadron also works, but he's only on his UVD. But yeah, Boney's the best. I'd say Boney and Stereo are the best ones for this trial. So only just 50% with some Lilith. That's Duran CBD. It's not that really strong. Yeah, Grad Sim is actually the best destroyer. Easy. Because of this Dark Shield. On SBB, that's RNG. Basically, this Dark Shield is pretty much like Trident. So, soars 100% damage. Alright. So my advice is if when Lilith overdrives, you must use number at CDB to survive the CDB. So to survive this single target buffer from Owens, which will happen when Lilith does her UDP. And before once or twice her UDP. And yeah, Grodins is here for Dark Shield. 8 BCB version. 8 BC field each turn. Dark and Light Elements buff and Overdrive gets feel right. also for his little skill. You get 50% damage from that, and it's really useful against God 7 stars in the third round. Alright, so we did feel some come out in the next round. So let's just continue to flick the OT on Rock Bowling. Here we go. So on the third turn, you may be liberated without using fusion. And Grants is there for the burst to talking down as well. And since he has huge BB reduction on his extra skills, you can easily use his BB. So that can just turn it. Probably the next turn. Overdrive the bird. And yeah, Lilith here can be cursed and paralyzed as well, so if you can curse paralyzer, you won't do really. I think it's much safer if you use UDB to prevent the buff wipe single target attack. And let's see. I'm gonna overdrive a bit here. So let's just bonus SPV here. Charla, Ragan, Lance. Alright, so the buff what will come in the next turn. So let's just separate CBB here. So I know we're just 40% he was summoning Febros. And Febros is really easy if you grab 7 stars. So it's able to mitigate 15% of his damage as well. Plus a Dark Shield. Reduces his damage by a total of 100% and 15%. Yeah. So a magic curse. I think we can kill the thing this turn. Or not. The DOT could kill her. That's a frozen omen. And yeah, Lilith's curse, so she won't do her UBB. So actually she didn't do her UBB since she got cursed. I'll go listen. That's weird. So, oh, will summon the Viola in this turn. The door isn't that hard. Trust me. Just make sure to use Groudon's Dark Shield and you'll survive all his attacks and his CBD as well. So you pretty much passed the first round. If you manage to survive the wars, you beat him. That's Magna. Alright, so let's just grab this week. And yeah, if you keep using bonuses with you, Leviora won't do his CB. Since he will get cursed by bonus as well. You can also injure him, paralyze him, to prevent him from using his UBB as well. Just focus on Leviora. So Glance will tell the Owen will tell Leviora to overdrive like 40%. Related to Leviora this time. Absolutely. It's not that really painful with Groudon. It's barrier, dark barrier on this. Yes, yeah, let's try to kill both Owen and Leviora soon. So let's use try to speed this time. Well, what? So you're gonna overdrive this turn. But you can survive it. 2 points. Yeah, it doesn't like curse or paralyze. I mean, no, never. So it doesn't use UBB. So after 2 turns, if you're able to dark manipulative. Let's use Groudon's. That's his UV. It's not that very strong though. Yeah. Now let's kill Glavio on this one.